It's gonna pop ball my monsters, gonna destroy every spell card in my hand. I don't even fucking know if I'm saying anything accurate anymore. I've lost the plot on whatever the fuck this deck does. Did he just negate his own spell trap? He negated Salamander with Chain. I had no right winning that. How's it going, everyone? This is Gale Hall Gaming. Welcome back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel Masochist. Now, once again, we're starting on this screen because I don't know if I'm keeping the first duel. We only keep duels that we win or duels that I find interesting. Therefore, let's go ahead and get right into the first duel. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and let's see what all cards we can get today. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we got. Nothing too bad. We got Rockhammer, which honestly should be enough. So we can also do... Oh, well, no, we can't activate effects of non-rocks after we do this. Oh, wait, no, we can't special summon cyberse. That's the restriction, so we won't be able to summon Sprite Red. I mean, if they special summon anything during their turn, we could summon Mad Hacker, go into our place from there. Well, they're special summoning something that's emergency, that's E-Telly, so question is, what are they summoning off of it? Because usually this is the starter for like punk engines. What you summoning? Because it doesn't... Normally the punk engine starts with E-Telly finding not Deer Note, but the other one. Because Deer Note's a level 5 one. I don't know. I don't know much about the punk engine, weirdly enough, despite the fact that I love Gold Pride, and Gold Pride Punk is a very common deck. I just don't know much about the engine, unfortunately. Of course, we may not even have to worry about it if this guy just wants to disconnect and give me a free win. This is different. Psychic Processor. To manage this card, you control special summon up to 2 machine, psychic, and or cyberse monsters from your hand, and they can attack directly this turn. During the standby phase after the next turn after this card is managed, you can add this managed card to your hand. That is a little broken. Yet Psychic Processor's effect activates. Special summon 2 machine, psychic, and or cyberse from hand. Special summoning Prototype Psychic Blaster. And Hush Psychic Minister. Oh, you know, why the fuck not? We'll go ahead and special summon Mad Hacker. It's not like he can do much about it. Banish this current 1 psychic monster from graveyard and the target one face emotional field, banish it until the end phase. So this is like a newer psychic engine, huh? Or is this like an old psychic engine? I don't recognize it. We don't have to activate Mad Hacker, so we're not going to. Because this lets us special summon Sprite Red. And especially now that we drew backup Secretary, we're definitely not activating it. Yep, so Psychic Processor returns to hand. And that gives us all sorts of fun we can do. So let's special summon Sprite Red. Special summon backup Secretary. We'll activate G-Golem Rockhammer. Discard Backlinker. Special summon. Go Code Talker. using this one and this one. Point here. And then we go into Crusadia Equimax. Actually, do we? Or do we just summon... I think we summon Rockhammer here, actually. We'll summon it here. And then we go to battle phase. Because Code Talker can attack over Hushed Mimic Minister. Rockhammer attacks over Prototype Psychic Blaster. And now we go main phase. I should have attacked directly. That's my bad. Occasionally I forget shit. And then honestly, maybe activate encode? That might be the play here. Let's activate Rockhammer. Because we can special summon encode using Code Talker. Actually, hold on. No. Ooh, I did this weirdly. Fuck, okay, Ooh. Okay, I see how I can do this. One of the G Golem tokens and Code Talker to make Encode Talker. And now we use these two G Golem tokens to go into Backup Supervisor. And finally use Backup Supervisor and Backup Secretary to go into Crusadia Equimax, co-linked with Encode Talker. And there we go. Not a bad start whatsoever. And then we also have a set double hooking, so on our next turn we can go into some more link plays if we really wanted to. I'll say I may look into doing some, like, do I have any rank 2s? I may include those just in case, because we got some level 2s now. They're not bad. I also look if I have more sprite cards. Because I have a lot of link 2s, so maybe they'd be worth using. Yep, Prototype Psychic Blaster. Banish one other Psychic monster from your graveyard, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. That's fine. It's nothing too scary. Special summons it in defense. Summons Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. This is a 9. You're one off from the usual bullshit, so I'm wondering what he's going into. Hyper Psychic Blaster. Doesn't really do much to me directly. I mean, you can attack Encode. And that might be a little problematic, but at the same time, next turn I'm just going to go into Triple Burst and make your problem even bigger. Set 1. Yeah, this guy has some real connection issues, I'm noticing. But at the same time, we're probably winning here, so... I really do wish Encode Talker could work for himself. Unfortunately, he doesn't. It's only cards that it points to. It's a really good offensive card, not so much a defensive card, I'm realizing. Which is hilarious because he has a shield. You would think he'd be more defensive than Decode Talker, but no, Encode Talker is actually very offensive. Yep, battle phase. I figured this was coming. They're attacking Encode. That's fine. We take 700 and then Crusadia Equimax goes down to 2000. As long as they don't have like a second attack, yeah, we should be good. Whatever we draw, we can discard it to double hooking. Son of a bitch. I mean, we're not lower life points, so there's no reason for me to even... He's also playing the Psychic Engine, which Psychic Engine's usually... Yeah. Discard Nitro Head. We'll special summon Code Talker and Nitro Head. We're at the very least going to get some use out of you. Code Talker and Nitro Head. And now, special summon into Triple Burst using Gold Pride and Code Talker. Summon to the zone Crusadia Equimax points 2. So we now have a during battle phase negate, and we have Equimax's 4400 attack. Crusadia Equimax attacks. $1,400 damage directly, and we end phase. I'm wondering though if this might be a Masochist deck now that I'm looking at it, because none of these cards really do much. Either that or it's just a person really wanting to play a rogue strategy, which I can respect. My personal deck of choice is a rogue strategy, but still. But I don't know if you can call Valence rogue now that I think about it. Valence is in a weird place. Because it's not considered meta solely because people don't understand how it works. That and back when Cashtira was meta, it kind of got fucked over because you could just block one of the pendulum zones and really screw up their plays. The one downside to this deck, I'm limited to 1 attack per turn. Crusadia Equimax attacks into Serene Psychic Witch. Banished 1 psychic monster with 2000 or less attack. Well, we're gonna negate that shit. Fuck you. Triple Burst. Oh, that's why they would have been able to special summon it. Well, regardless, on our next turn, whatever we draw, we got a second double hooking. We can use that to special summon Nitro Head and Encode Talker just for more bodies on the field. Because this doesn't prevent them from attacking, doesn't negate their effects, so we'll also get the pops from Nitro Head. I just wanted to have something pointing to Crusadia Equimax so that I got the attack boost. Or something that Equimax could point to, I guess I should say. Okay, another E-Telly. What you grabbing with this one? Last time you grabbed the Psychic Processor, which currently is one of the only 2 cards left in your hand. Psychic Wheeler, or Wheelader. Apologies, I didn't realize it was spelled that way. Control level 3 monster other than... Okay, that's just a special summon clause. Card sent to the graveyard is synchro material. You can target 1 monster on the field with less attack than the synchro monster. Use this card as material. Destroy it. Okay. Question is, what synchro is he going to go into? Because it has to at least match 2400. Actually, no, it can't even match. It has to beat 2400. Yep, normal summon Psychic Processor. So he's going into a 6 regardless. Serene Psychic Sorceress does not have more than 2400 attack, but they get a teleport spell. Oh, I see. They're gonna crash into burst and then return Equimax to hand. Tricky, tricky. Also set teleport fusion. Fusion summon one psychic fusion monster. Brain hazard. Special summoning Hush Psychic Minister. Okay. Oh, so they have material for the fusion. Okay. I see the game plan here. Yeah, so Serene Psychic Sorceress isn't going to crash. Instead, they're going to fuse them. Maybe. We'll see. Regardless, interesting plays. Also, this green screen. Bleh. Oh, no. They're just ending phase. Okay. Green screen. I need to get a new green screen. Is that a quick play? Is a quick play. Okay, we'll activate double hooking. Discard Metal Reflect. Special summon Gold Pride and Encode Talker. Because when they try to do Serene Psychic Sorceress, when we attack over it, so summon Gold Pride Nitro Head and Encode Talker. Yeah, I figured that. Okay, so teleport fusion, so they're gonna fuse Serene Psychic Sorceress away. That's gonna trigger its effect. Okay, I see where this is going. Oh shit, that can use from Grave. Absolute Axon Kicker. And that's 2,000 life points to banish everything I control. Cool game. Real cool. I wasn't even aware that this thing existed. That's some bullshit. I don't even care that. Oh hey, you special summon this thing. Here, have the effect that got a card banned for years. For free. Well, not for free, for 2,000 life points, but still. That's the reason why one of the envoys got banned, and you're getting that for 2,000 life points. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, not too bad. Cynet Storm and Code Hack are both fantastic cards in this deck. Max C for their turn, and we have Proxy Horse and Backlinker, so we can go into link plays, just not very good ones. So honestly, I'm hoping that they start special summoning in quick. Excuse me. It's like almost midnight when I'm recording this. I need to be quieter because it's like it's not Dead Week just yet, but it is approaching Dead Week for finals. I just need to be quieter. I need to get used to like talking hushed. Well, we're not getting Max C, are we? Because that is a Crowned by the World Chalice. Normal summon, by the way. I am very... Okay. Alright, then. Yeah, you go right ahead. Alright, let's summon Proxy Horse. Then we can go into Code Talker using Proxy Horse and Backlinker. And now because we control a Link monster, we can special summon Link Infraflyer to a position that it points to, activate Cynet Storm to give it even more attack, set Code Hack for safety, go battle phase, Code Talker attacks over Crowned by the World Chalice for 2,300 damage, And pass turn. Yeah, this guy's straight up playing excuse me. This guy's straight up just playing the starter deck. I don't know whether to be happy because I'm basically getting a free pack or insulted. And I'm choosing to be happy because I don't get many free packs anymore. Okay, you know what? I'm while he's taking his turn. Good? Good? Okay. Oh. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I got it fully fixed, but it's as close to a fix as we're gonna get. Okay, summoning Beckoned by the World Chalice. Gotta wipe out the entire World Chalice family at this rate. Is our boy swinging? Because, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out for you there, bud. I think it's only just now realizing I summoned this one in defense. I'm starting to think I'm playing against an actual child. I think I'm playing against either a child or someone who just learned how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! They don't understand how defense position works. They have been summoning nothing but normal monsters. They're using the starter deck. I think I legitimately found someone who just started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I feel kind of bad, but at the same time I don't. Oh. Well, we could summon G-Golem Rockhammer. You know, why not? Tribute Link Infra Flyer, summon G-Golem Rockhammer. Just for more damage. Code Talker attacks Beckoned. And then we attack directly for 2300. And now, unless he does something very drastic very soon, he's lost. Standby phase, main phase 1. By the way, anyone who knows, I believe this is Chinese. I could be wrong. It looks like Chinese kanji. Oh no, it's Japanese is kanji. What is Chinese? Is it also kanji? Hold on, now I'm curious. Let me see if I can't translate this. Let's see if we can't figure this one out. Paste from clipboard. I don't know if that's correct. Because it's saying Yongxi Shop 1. Try Chinese. Yeah, it's translating from Chinese. What about Japanese? Yongxi Xiaolu 1. So, yeah, it's something with Yongxi. What is Yongxi? It's a musical artist from China. Apparently it's just a common name in China. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why I got off on this tangent. That was fun, though. Anyway, I believe we win. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our first one of the day. I'm keeping the psychic duel. I'm cutting the labyrinth duel because that was just a headache. But that is our first one on the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we get. We got a gold pack. Could be something good. Okay, Skyscraper 2 Hero City. Once per turn during your main phase, if you control this card, you can target one element to your monster in graveyard that is destroyed by battle and sent there. Special summon that target. Okay, so if I get heroes, that'll be useful. Abyss Actor Comic Relief. You can target one Abyss Actor Pendulum monster you control, one monster your opponent controls. Switch control of both of those monsters, and then destroy this card. Okay. Take no bad damage from attacks involving this card. Once per turn during your standby phase, give control of this card to your opponent. Once per turn, if control of this face-up card changes, activate this effect. The owner of this card can destroy one set Abyss Script spell in their spell and trap zone. Okay. Another Symphonic Warrior. Eye out for that. Once per turn, you can declare one monster type and trigger one Symphonic Warrior monster on the field. It becomes that type. You can declare one monster type and banish this card from your graveyard. The target one's okay. So this just changes monster types. Kamui, Hope of Gusto. Flip special summon one Gusto tuner from your deck. Automatic Laser. When your opponent normal special summons a monster with 1,000 more attack, reveal one Iron Core of Kawakimeru in your hand to activate this card. Destroy that summoned monster. We don't have Iron Cores, unfortunately. Sniffer Dragon I do know from the anime. Discard normal special summon, you can add one Sniffer Dragon from your deck to your hand. Unfortunately, not very useful for us. Geargia Arsenal gains 200 attack for each Geargia monster you control. You can tribute this card, special summon one Geargia monster from your deck in defense position, except Geargia Arsenal. The unfortunate thing with this one is I don't have any other Geargias, so this would just be a 1700 attack beat stick. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first generic fusion spell. I'm gonna have to look through our fusions. There might be something there. Hold on. Let me see what all fusions we've pulled, because I don't think we've pulled many. Filter, fusion. Oh, fuck me. Apparently I'm wrong. Fossil Machine Skull Wagon. I can't summon that using that. That requires specifics. Requires dual avatars. Requires odd eyes and a pendulum. That's a possibility. Shadal. Ooh, I forgot to check. I think I have some Shadals. Oh, it has 2Ds. Yeah, I thought I had some Shadals. Shadal Falco, Re-Shadal Wendy. Shadal Zefranga. Shadal Hound. So we have some Shadals. We could do Construct and Winda. I will have to do some thinking off screen. Give me a sec, guys. I will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, do I think this deck is good? No. Do I think it's better than cyberse? Not at all. But I'm getting tired of playing the same deck over and over again, and I got inspired. This is the fusion deck. Again, I don't think it's good. We're going to try and improve it. Right now, we're going to see if this motherfucker can even function, because I have so many different archetypes in here. It's got Shadals as the main engine to fuse out El Shadal Construct and El Shadal Winda. In addition to that, The light part of the deck is covered by the Melodious archetype. We only have one Melodious extra deck, but we have plenty of Melodious in the main deck. Melodious want pendulums, so we have a lot of pendulum scales from random archetypes, a lot of performer pals, weirdly enough. And then just to give me a slight bit of consistency, we have also, or not even consistency, just ability to go into my extra deck. We also have our standard battle unboxers in here, including a new one you guys actually haven't seen me play yet, Switch Hitter, mostly because I forgot I had him. But regardless though, we're gonna see how this works, just see if this can work. This probably needs more cards before it's even feasible as my main strategy, but we're gonna take it in for the rest of today, see what all we can do with it. So let's see how this goes. That's how you know this deck is cursed. When when the game selects your 3 cards to represent your deck best, it picks a kaiju, a monster you can't fusion summon normally, and a monster that I'm about like 30-70 odds I'm gonna actually be able to summon on any given turn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, immediately we see why this is a bad idea. Oh my god, this is actually terrible. Okay. Target 1 Shaddoll. You know, we're just gonna set Tam Tam and pass. Maybe it would have been better to set one of the Shaddolls, because then we could have used the Dark Hex Sealed Fusion on our next turn. Oh, especially considering they're using Dragon Rulers. Sending 2 streams to summon Tidal. I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyway. That would have been able to get over Winda. They go main phase 2. Okay. We're just not going to question that one. So. Flip summon Tam Tam, summon Dark Hex Sealed Fusion. And that does not work the way I thought it did. Okay. We'll go into Nightmare Cerberus then. Default to our original plans. Nightmare Cerberus effect activates. We will send Shaddol Falco. Pop Tidal. Set Edge Imp, Cotton Eater in the Pendulum Scale. Just cuz. We don't actually have another Pendulum Scale, we can just do that. Froline effect activates. We summon Froline in defense mode. And end turn. Already we're off to a fan-dabby-dozy start. Yeah, I remember someone saying that you can't use like substitutions for some of these. Okay, so Tidal banishing the 2 streams to resummon itself. That's fine. Probably gonna attack over Cerberus, which is also fine because on my next turn we'll just attack into that with Froline. Pay 2,100 life points, gain control of Tidal at the end of battle phase. Set Shaddol Hound, and keep going from there. Hello, Rainbow Zoo. That's actually very nice. We have our Pendulum Scales ready to go. Now we just need monsters to summon with them. He's got something he can do. Oh, I think he lost connection. I'll take it. That's, yeah, I consider those wins. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is a gold pack. Let's see what we get out of it. Hopefully some good stuff. That is Nope, not really. Well, I mean, I guess we have some assault mode cards. We just don't have anything to use them with. Cashier Overlap. Target one monster on the field. Banish one monster with 1500 attack, 2100 defense. That is very specific. Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to use that. Morphtronic requires Morphtronics. Tree Otter. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster you control. Gains 1000 attack until the end of this turn. You must control a beast-type monster other than this card to activate and to resolve this effect. Alright. Fire Formation Dome. When this card is activated, you can ritual summon. Oh, ritual summon. Yeah, no, we can stop reading there. None of this is going to be worth it, especially considering we don't really use the Fire Fists. Breakaway. During your opponent's battle phase, send one spell from your hand to the graveyard and end the battle phase. Then face up monsters currently on the field to have their effects negated until the end of this turn. That ain't bad, honestly. Salamangreat Rage. Activate one of these effects. Send one Salamangreat monster from your hand or face up field to the graveyard, then target one card on the field, destroy it. Target one Salamangreat Link monster you control. Those links summoned using a monster with the same name as this material. Destroy cards your opponent controls up to that monster's Link rating. That would be pretty nice if we had some Link Salamangreats. Vernisylph of the Awakening Force. Oh, we got another Vernisylph. You discard this one card and one monster or Vernisylph card. Send from your deck to the graveyard one Earth monster can be normal summoned or set. Then you can special summon one Earth monster from your graveyard with a different name from that monster. Also, you cannot activate non-Earth effects for the rest of this turn. You can target one Vernisylph monster you control. Its attack becomes doubled until the end of this turn. The Vernisylph cards are always interesting, but at the same time, I don't think I can use them until I get like critical mass of them. It's unfortunate, really. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the next duel. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I think it has to be monsters I control. Okay. Let's set Rishadal Wendy. Because when this gets flipped, we summon a Shadal monster from deck in face-up or face-down defense position. Yeah, this is actually perfect. Okay. End phase. Because if they attack into it, we get a Shadal regardless. If they destroy it by card effect, we get a Shadal. Which what we need is a Shadal on the field. And then we can summon a light. Because we can summon Arya, which will allow us to go into El Shadal Construct. Okay, summoning Beckoned by the World Chalice. Set 1. Set 2. The unfortunate thing is we keep playing against... Okay, so sending a dark monster from deck to graveyard, sending Hallow the Spirit of Tricks. Xyz summoning into number 27 Dreadnought Dreadnoid. Slightly concerned about that one. Rishadal Wendy's flip effect activates. We will set Shadal Hound in face down defense position. And actually, with this opportunity, we could go into El Shadal Winda. How much that will really help us against this fucking thing, I don't know. Because what does Construct do? Oh, we found Uppercutter. Okay, yeah, never mind, that does help us. I didn't even read that card. Okay, flip summon Shadal Hound. Shadal Hound will add back Rishadal Wendy. And now we normal summon Arya the Melodious Diva. This allows us to activate Pendulum Fusion. It's a card I'm sure a lot of people even know about. using El Shaddai Construct. El Shaddai Construct activates. We can send a card from deck to graveyard. If it's a Shaddai. So let's see what we can get out of this. Alright, fine. Oh, and Lady Lapras. Fuck you! I think this is another Masochist deck, so I can't be that mad, but... God, why? Let's send... Falco. Falco effect activates Engrave. Special summon in face down defense position. And end phase. The nice thing about the Shaddolls is they kind of have a constant recycle. And when they flip Shaddai Falco, we're going to get back Construct. And then when Construct gets summoned, we'll send Hound. Hound's effect will activate when it's sent, which I believe changes battle position. Okay, banishing Beckoned by the World Chalice and Unexpected Die. Banishing a lot from the graveyard here. Summon Lord of the Missing Barrows. Okay, Falco's effect activates. We will... What does Contract do? Discard battles a special summon monster, destroy that monster. And this summons and face down. So let's do Hound. Because when Hound gets flipped face up, Hound activates. And we can add Falco back to our hand. We just constantly keep a defense up. Okay, couplet the melodious songstress. If we can get another pendulum, we are in good shape. Set Falco. Ooh, hold on. We got an opportunity here. Add Melodious Concerto. We can activate Melodious Concerto to summon Schuberta using Elegy and Couplet. When Couplet is fused, or when Schuberta is fused, we can put Couplet back in the Pendulum Zone. We also activate Schuberta to banish this, and this. We can also do Magistus Chorozo. Correct fusion material monster cards you control to the graveyard. You can target... Unfortunately, with Lady, that's not a thing. So we have to go battle phase, attack into Lady, just crash. Memory of an adversary. God damn it. Alright, that's fine. We're not in a great position here because that means that on my next end, they have another Lady. You know, I'm just straight up fucked, aren't I? At the very least, we're demonstrating the loop here. Magic cylinder, of course. We're demonstrating the loop to decent effect. Because Falco is going to grab Hound again, and then Hound... Or no, fuck. It would really be helpful if we could special summon El Shaddai Construct in face-up defense mode. Because all the stuff he controls is special summon shit. This is kind of hopeful thinking, though. Well, they're Xyz summoning into an 8. Number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. Okay, attaching 1 to negate the effects of all other monsters currently on the field and having their attack and defense. Shaddai Falco's effect activates. We will resummon Shaddai Construct because why the hell not? Hopefully this works. I don't think it does though. Yeah, no, they still get the attack in. And then direct for 4,000. Okay. Oh, that's not good. That does not help me out much at all now, does it? Especially considering they're getting my Schuberta this turn. I can survive one more turn. Maybe. Summon Uppercutter. Uppercutter effect activates. Nope, never mind. He's got Call the Haunted. I'm very curious though what that strategy was. I don't know whether or not that was a Masochist deck, and it's very confusing. Confirm Phone's deck. Yeah, no, this... I feel like this is someone trying to trick people into thinking they're playing, like, starter deck. Because that extra deck is fucking stacked. It's just the main deck kind of sucks. And of course, they drew all of their godly shit. They had 2 ladies, Lord of the Missing Barrows. They had Ballista Squad to destroy my original Shaddai Construct. Jesus. They're running 7 normal monsters. They should not have been that consistent. Regardless, though, let's go ahead and get into our last duel of the day. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and this is not a great starting hand. We got 3 of our fusion cards, but not enough material to make anything with them. If we draw a Shaddai, we got Construct easy. There's Rhoda. So they got whatever they need. Well, I think I should probably see if I have a Rhoda. I've pulled plenty of legacy packs. I think it's in there. So Fighting Flame Swordsman. Normal summoned. Add a spell trap that mentions Flame Swordsman from deck to hand. Finding Flame Swords Dance. Fighting Flame Sword. Adding Flame Swords Realm. Activate Fire Swords Realm. Send a monster from hand or face-up field to graveyard. Special summon a Flame Swordsman from extra deck. Linking them off to make Isolde, Two Tales of the Noble Knights. Fighting Flame Swordsman's effect activates from grave, and we get the summon effect of Isolde. Adding a warrior from deck to hand, and then the graveyard effect of Fighting Flame Swordsman. Send a Flame Swordsman or a monster mentions it from deck or extract to the graveyard. Sending Salamandra, the Flying Flame Dragon. Finding Salamandra with Chain. Isolde's effect activates. Sending Angelica's Angelic Ring. Special summon Infernoble Knight Renaud. Renaud's effect activates. I'm assuming adding Angelica's Angelic Ring, if I had to guess. Either that or maybe Salamandra. Did he fuck up his combo? Oh no, he's targeting Flame Swordsman, so put that back in the extra. God, when did they make this deck good? When did they make Flame Swordsman good? We get Promethean Princess, of course. Any deck that runs fire needs to have Promethean Princess in it. Infernoble Knight, Ricciardetto. Summon Fighting Flame Swordsman. Of course. Synchroing to a 5 to make Angelica Princess of Noble Arms. Adding a Horn of Oliphant or a card that mentions Infernoble Knight Emperor Charles. Noble Arms Museum. Adding Infernoble Arms Durendal. Salamandra's effect activates, equipping onto Angelica. Angelica's effect activates, sending a Fire Warrior monster from deck to graveyard and banishing itself. I feel like that was them just hitting buttons. Oh, nope, never mind. Special summon one Roland monster from deck or extra deck. Equipping that with Infernoble Arms Durendal. Special summon Infernoble Knight Turpin. Infernoble Arms Durendal's effect activates, adding a Fire Flame Swordsman, destroying itself. Synchroing again into Infernoble Knight Emperor Charles. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is going on? Destroying Promethean Princess, Bestower of Flames. Going into Emperor Charles the Great. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no fucking clue what's going on anymore. All I know is there's a 4,000 attack Link 1, which feels illegal. Oh my god, what is going on? Did you make another? The fuck? Okay, you can't do any more of that. Believe it or not, I don't think you can link someone to the spell and trap zone. Are you done? We're good? Can we play the game? Got it. Yep, Angelica summons herself back. So he now has 2 spell trap negates. We ain't got much. Summon Chief second. Summon Veil. Because we control Chief second. Yep, and then they activate Salamander with Chain, which is gonna trigger a whole chain of effects. It's gonna pop ball my monsters, gonna destroy every spell card in my hand. I don't even fucking know if I'm saying anything accurate anymore. I've lost the plot on whatever the fuck this deck does. Did he just negate his own spell trap? He negated Salamander with Chain. I had no right winning that. I had nothing. He just realized he fucked up and he was like, you know what? No, I'm done. We're out. I do not deserve that win. I'll take it. It's more cards, but I don't deserve it. You rage quit when you made one mistake. Dude, you're playing against a Masochist deck. You don't have to worry. Anyway, that is a win. That is a pack, and that is actually our third win on the day. So, let's see if we can't find anything for Shadal's. These are sinful spoils, so let's not even look at that. Actually, Labyrinth might not be a bad pull. If I can get one of the URs. Let's try it. Gold. That's always a possibility. We'll see. Neospacian Aqua Dolphin. Not ever going to use him. Karakuri Strategist, Model 248, Nishipachi. I do love the Karakuri archetype. Unfortunately, we do need a lot of them to make that deck work. Dinomist Spinos, again, requires a lot of Dinomist cards in order to make that archetype work. Infernity Queen. If you have no cards in your hand, that's cards in your graveyard. You can banish one dark monster from your graveyard, then target one dark monster you control. It can attack directly this turn. That is a lot of hoops to jump through for not a lot of payoff. We're not even going to look at that. Spirit Match is literally useless to me. Flower Dino. Cannot be normal summon or set, must be special summoned by its own effect. You can only use each of the following effects of Flower Dino once per turn. If you activate a trap card or effect, or your opponent activates a spell card or effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 3 banished spell traps, place them on the bottom of the appropriate decks in any order, then draw 1 card. Another Spirit Message. And then Dark Spirit of Banishment. If your opponent attacks at the start of the damage step, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, then target 1 level 8 Fiend monster in your graveyard and special summon it, but its effects are negated if you do change the attacker target to it and perform damage calculation. If the level 8 Fiend monster is sent to the graveyard while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. Yeah, no. I regret doing that almost immediately. That was not worth it whatsoever. I should have just went with a standard pack. Either that or gone with Eldritch. Maybe I could have gotten something out of this. Because Eldritch is ridiculously easy to summon. Regardless, though, like I said, that is going to be the end of today's... Oh, actually, hold on. Let's see if we have... We do have 10 tickets. We'll go and do a quick pull on these, see what we get. May as well. Diamond Dude ain't bad. Naturia Tulip's another Naturia. The Calibrator. Requires Xyz monsters. I do like the Calculator. The Calibrator is a little... Oh, it's specifically your opponent could... Yeah, no, never mind. That's terrible. I mean, hey, Sakuretsu Armor. That ain't a bad trap whatsoever. It's old, unfortunately, so it's a little weak for today's meta, but at the same time, I can't be picky. Sambell the Summoner. I do recognize that name as well. You can special summon one monster from your hand with the same level as this card. It can only be used once while this card is face up on the field, so level 2s. That might actually be decent if I can get more, like, sprite support. Let's see what else we got in here. Drill Warrior requires Drill Synchron, so we're not going to be able to use that. Biofalcon, a machine-type monster you control. Is destroyed by bounce into the graveyard while this card is face up on the field. You can add one machine-type monster with 1,000 or less attack from your deck to your hand. Nope. Yeah, nothing here. There usually isn't anything here, but at the same time, it's always good to check. You know, fuck it, we got 4 more packs. Let's go gambling. Nimble Angler, if this card is sent from your hand or deck to the graveyard, special summon. Okay, yeah, this is another Nimble archetype. Space Gift requires Neospatians, so not using. Does Counterblow. Destroy any monster that inflicts battle damage to a player's life points by attacking directly. I don't want to be attacked. That's the only reason I'm not immediately looking at like, ooh, gift. Mechanical animal. You know cards in your hand, your opponent cannot activate spell cards. I mean, interesting. Level 7 kind of sucks, but... Zubaba Buster. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent at the end of that damage step, destroy the one face-up monster on the field that has the lowest attack. And if you do, this card loses 800 attack. Avalanching awesome. Yeah, no, nothing really here. I mean, maybe with Avalanching Ozza, but that still requires me to have 2 Earth monsters on the field. Wait, hold on, to another correct target. I thought I was saying to the correct target. I was like, isn't that? Anyway, I'm getting tired. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be all for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Go check out some of my other videos. I have a ton of content on various other card games, such as MTG Arena and Inscription. So if you're interested in those, go check those out. Beyond that, though, thank you all so much for watching this one, and have a good day.